So we're going to recap lesson 4.3 today. So first, lesson 1, if you missed, or sorry, problem 1, if you missed it, you need to remember that when you're doing ratio word problems, you need to label what the problem states. So this is problem number 1 on your practice, and then have your ratio line. And sometimes you'll have 2 ratio lines, and then have your actual amount on a separate line. And whatever P is, you're going to put right underneath. Whatever Q, you would put underneath that. And whatever R is, you'd put underneath that, as well as the total. So this problem had said that the ratio is 3 to 5 to 7. And the total of that is 15, which the problem didn't tell you. So you had to add that across to find the total. And then it said the actual rope was 33 feet, 9 inches, which we would have to convert feet into inches, which this would have been 396 inches plus 9 inches is 405 total inches. So we're done with that. And then you need to find out how you get from 405 to 15. And you would see that it would be times 27. So then proportionally, I need to multiply the rest of these times 27. So the answer should be 81 to 135 to 189. And then 2 is very similar. You have Alice, Bernice, and Cheryl with a possible total that you might need. Then you have Alice is 8, Bernice was 9, and Cheryl was 18. And then you can find your total of that, which was 35. And then it says that Alice received 184 stamps. So they won't always tell you that the actual is the total. You need to pay attention to what it's telling you. And in this one, they tell us that the actual is Alice. I still do the same thing. 8 times what is 184? And in this one, it's times 23. So then I still multiply the rest of these times 23. And then the problem asked, find the number of stamps that Bernice and Cheryl had. So this would be 207 and 414. And I could find my total and check them. And then you have number 3, I have Alan, Gil, and Deb. And they're in a ratio of 2 to 3 to 4. And it says that Deb scored 114,400 points. So how I get to that, I would do 114,400 divided by 4. And I find out that I would multiply 4 times 28,600 to get to this. So then I'm multiplying the rest of these times that same proportion to get to the answer. So you'd find out that Gil scores 85,800 points, which is the answer for A to ask for. And then B was how many points do they score in all? So I have to find out Alan's amount first, and then add these 3 amounts to get 257,400 points. And then we already went over number 4 on the lesson, but the answer for number 4 was 24 to 35, which was socks to Luna's weight. And what you really had to do was find a common denominator for Princess's weight, which was a common denominator of 30 if you would have written it as a fraction. So we really find a common ratio denominator of 30.